Good morning, adventurers. Thanks for joining on this little adventure today. We are on the way to town to see the local cleric to see if I am still healthy. No, actually, I'm going to the doctor. This is a normal checkup. I don't feel like there's anything wrong. So I'm not expecting any kind of bad news, odd news, unusual readings on the blood work or anything like that. This is all for me to just go in and say, okay, you've gained weight, lost weight, how you feel, how are you sleeping? Okay, well, that's it, you're good to go. And after that, my plan is to go see my Granny Ruth. I have some pictures in my saddlebag here I need to give her. And it'd just be good to see them on top of that. This is going to be a 5 minutes of your time video. And what we're going to talk about for this little 5 minutes is going to be one of my co-workers or associates, depends on how you want to put it. He recently started watching my videos, and he had some disagreements with me on what a taco salad is. So I told him, okay, look, I apparently have offended somebody. That's a joke, guys. I've offended somebody on what I call a taco salad and what is a taco salad. So I told him I'm going to sit down, make another video with Mala and kind of talk about taco salads and her being a bad Mexican and so on and so forth. But he asked, if you were going to die, what would be your final meal? Where would you go eat? What would you eat? So I had to get clarification. Like, hey man, are you talking about someone's going to kill me? I'm dying of some kind of natural disease or illness and it's going to take me out in a couple days? Or am I being executed for, I've done something horribly wrong and the government's about to have me executed? He said, it doesn't really matter, you're dying. I was like, okay, yeah, I get your point. I'm dead anyway. So what would be my final meal? And I wrote down some notes of what he was saying. Part of that was bald eagle scrambled eggs. This is stuff he expected me to eat. School down, slow down. He said, I expect you to eat bald eagle scrambled eggs with walrus tusk ground into, it was something odd, something real odd. So I told him, okay, you know what? Since you're asking me this question, I'm going to take time and do a video just on what would be my final meal. Now, let's divide this up a little bit. Now, this is going to be a little bit longer than 5 minutes of your time, but bear with me, guys. So, let's say I'm a really corrupt, mind bent beyond twisted, bizarre individual that is just hell-bent on destroying all life and creation and so on and so forth, right? What would I eat? Well, I told him just straight out, I would eat a person. Now, yeah, I know they're not going to serve me a person in prison, but the idea is if I was that corrupt or that screwed up in the head, what would be my last request for a meal? And if you're that bad off, you probably would request to eat a person, which some of you may know I'm not against cannibalism as a whole. I think it has some merits to it, but yeah, I mean, we're not going to go into that too deep this time. So I told him, beyond that, I'm not real sure. I'm not a big fan of eating meals that are let's say I go out to a restaurant and I go to a steakhouse. I'm going to order probably the biggest steak they have because the flavor is going to be really good and I want to enjoy as much of that flavor as I can. Or I might order a hamburger. I used to have this thing where I would say you don't go out to eat and order a hamburger. And that was how I lived for a while as far as going out to eat. But then I started finding certain burgers at certain locations were worth ordering. Because, not everyone's going to go home and make a peanut butter fried egg with whatever kind of a burger. So I was like, okay, I got you. Now, that being said, I'm going to have to say one of the things on my platter would be some sliders. I'm in sliders because I'm wanting to take in as much flavor as I can, right? That's the whole point. I'm not looking for nutrients or worried about my cholesterol or worried about getting fat off this meal. I'm just trying to enjoy the last little bits I'm going to eat ever. So yeah, hooked me up with some sliders with some fried egg in it. Bacon, yeah, gotta have some bacon on it. Biscuits and gravy, I would love to see some biscuits and gravy on that platter. Hash browns. I think I'm hung up on breakfast food this morning because I'm a little hungry. But I don't know. Definitely would not be spaghetti because I have a major rule that I have always followed, has not really changed that. And it's the simple idea of not everyone eats everyone else's spaghetti. And that's because not everyone makes spaghetti the same. Some people put bell peppers in it. Some people love putting onions in it. Some people, like this guy here, I'm not real sure what he's got going on. Ooh, getting a little thick right here. Alright. Yeah, so people don't cook spaghetti the same. All spaghettis aren't made equal. So there you go. Would not be spaghetti. So I'm going to end this one with the thoughts of my final meal being hamburgers, little hamburger sliders with bacon, some biscuits and gravy, and some fried pork chops. I think that would be my final meal. Yeah. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I'll catch y'all on the next one. There will be more today because it is early in the morning. My appointment for the cleric isn't for another 20 minutes. I have time to kill. Alright, y'all.